20 years ago, two friends graduated from the same university with identical degrees. Today, one is a millionaire entrepreneur living his dream life, while the other is drowning in debt, stuck in a job he hates, wondering where it all went wrong. What separated them wasn't luck, talent, or a trust fund. It was something far more subtle and far more powerful. Every single day for 20 years, one made slightly better decisions than the other. He read for 30 minutes instead of scrolling social media. He saved $5 instead of buying that extra coffee. He chose the salad over the burger just a few times per week. He had one more meaningful conversation with his wife each evening. These tiny choices, insignificant in the moment, compounded into entirely different lives. And here's the thing that'll blow your mind. This same force is shaping your life right now, whether you realize it or not. Before we get started, check out the link in the description to download our ebook. What if I told you that your entire future isn't determined by the big, dramatic moments you think about, the career changes, the relationships, the major decisions, but by the tiny, seemingly meaningless choices you make every single day? Today, we're diving deep into one of the most powerful yet overlooked forces in human existence, the compound effect of daily decisions. By the end of this video, you'll understand why every small choice you make is either building the life you want or slowly destroying it, and more importantly, how to harness this invisible force to create massive results. This isn't just about productivity hacks or life tips. This is about understanding a fundamental law of reality that governs everything from your bank account to your relationships to your sense of purpose. So buckle up, because we're about to explore how the most ordinary moments of your day hold the power to transform your entire existence. Let me start with a question that ancient philosophers have pondered for millennia. What makes a life? Aristotle had a fascinating answer. He said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, isn't an act, it's a habit. Think about that for a moment. You're not defined by your intentions, your dreams, or even your one-time achievements. You're defined by what you do consistently, day after day after day. But here's where it gets interesting. Aristotle understood something that modern science has now proven. Small actions don't just add up, they multiply. They compound. Imagine a sheet of paper. Fold it in half, now it's twice as thick. Fold it again, 4 times thick. Keep folding. After just 20 folds, that paper would be over 1 million layers thick. By fold 42, it would reach the moon. This is the power of compounding, and it's not just a mathematical curiosity, it's the secret architecture of human transformation. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're not just making one good decision, you're strengthening your capacity for discipline. You're rewiring your brain, you're building momentum that makes the next good decision easier. But here's the scary part. This works in reverse too. Every time you choose the easy path, you're not just avoiding one challenge, you're weakening your ability to face future challenges. You're building momentum toward mediocrity. The ancient Stoics understood this deeply. They knew that character isn't built in moments of crisis, it's built in the quiet moments when no one is watching, when it would be easy to slack off, when that small choice seems to matter to no one. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his personal journal, "Confine yourself to the present." He understood that the present moment, this decision, right now, is where your entire future is forged. Now, let's get practical. There are 4 key areas where your daily decisions compound most powerfully, and understanding these can transform your life. First, your mind. Every day, you're either feeding your mind or starving it. Read for 30 minutes daily, and in a year, you'll have consumed roughly 15 books. That's 15 new worlds of knowledge, perspective, and wisdom. Do this for a decade, and you'll have read 150 books, putting you in the top 1% of educated people in human history. Or you can scroll TikTok for those same 30 minutes. Your choice. But remember, you're not just choosing how to spend 30 minutes. You're choosing who you become. Second, your body. Your health isn't determined by dramatic gym sessions or extreme diets. It's determined by what you put in your mouth today, whether you move your body today, how much sleep you prioritize tonight. Walk for 20 minutes a day, and you'll walk roughly 120 miles in a year. That's like walking from New York to Philadelphia, just from small daily steps. Do basic strength exercises 3 times a week, And in 2 years, you'll have a fundamentally different body and energy level. But skip today's walk because it's just one day. And you're not just missing exercise, you're reinforcing the neural pathway that says, I'm the kind of person who skips things. Third, your relationships. Here's something most people never consider. Every interaction with another person is either building or eroding that relationship. There's no neutral. Send one thoughtful text per week to someone you care about. It's 52 moments of connection per year. Listen fully in one conversation today instead of planning what you'll say next. Express genuine gratitude to your partner tonight instead of watching TV in silence. These micro-investments in human connection compound into deep, meaningful relationships, or their absence compounds into isolation and superficial connections. Fourth, your skills and career. Malcolm Gladwell popularized the idea of 10,000 hours to mastery, but here's what he didn't emphasize. Those hours compound. The skill you build in hour 100 accelerates your learning in hour 500. The network you build in year 1 opens doors in year 5. Practice your craft for just 1 hour daily writing, coding, designing, speaking, and in 5 years, you'll have accumulated nearly 2,000 hours of deliberate practice. Most people never reach 100 hours of focused skill development in their entire lives. But here's the magic. These 4 domains don't just compound individually, they compound together. A healthier body gives you more energy for learning. Better relationships provide opportunities and support. Mental growth improves your decision-making across all areas. Now, here's why most people fail to harness compound power, and it comes down to a psychological trap. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, calls it the Valley of Disappointment. Picture this. You start reading daily, exercising, saving money, being kinder to your spouse. For weeks, maybe months, nothing seems to change. You're still out of shape, still broke, still arguing with your partner. This is where most people quit. They expect linear progress, but compound growth is exponential, which means it starts slow, almost invisibly slow, then suddenly explodes. Think about bamboo. For the first 4 years, you'll barely see it grow. It's building an extensive root system underground. Then, in the 5th year, it can grow 90 feet in just 6 weeks. But here's the thing. It didn't grow 90 feet in 6 weeks. It grew 90 feet in 5 years. Your life works the same way. Those early months of better decisions are building root systems of character, habit, and momentum that aren't visible yet. But they're there, growing stronger every day. The ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu understood this. He said, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." But he also said something else that most people miss. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. This is the mindset shift that changes everything. Stop looking for immediate results. Start looking for small signs of progress. Did you keep your commitment to yourself today? That's progress. Did you choose the harder path when no one was watching? That's progress. The compound effect doesn't care about your timeline. It operates on natural laws that have governed the universe for billions of years. Your job isn't to force results. It's to stay consistent with the inputs and trust the process. And here's something beautiful. The moment you truly understand compound growth, you start making different decisions. You stop looking for shortcuts because you realize they're actually the longest path. You stop procrastinating because you understand that starting small today is infinitely better than starting big tomorrow. So how do you actually live this? Let me give you a simple framework that you can implement starting today. Every decision you face, and you make roughly 35,000 decisions per day, falls into one of 3 categories: compound positive. These decisions make tomorrow easier and better. Reading instead of scrolling, saving instead of spending, listening instead of talking, working out instead of watching TV, compound negative. These decisions make tomorrow harder. Procrastinating, eating junk food, avoiding difficult conversations, choosing comfort over growth, neutral. These decisions don't significantly impact your future either way. What color shirt to wear, which route to take to work. Here's the game changer. Start noticing which category your decisions fall into. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to choose compound positive every time. But aim for 51%, just slightly more good decisions than bad ones. Because here's what's wild. If you make just 51% compound positive decisions, the mathematics of exponential growth means you'll eventually create an extraordinary life. The compound effect doesn't require perfection. It requires consistency. Ask yourself throughout the day, is this decision making tomorrow easier or harder? That's it. That one question can transform your life. Let me bring us full circle. Remember those two friends from the beginning? The difference between them wasn't talent, luck, or circumstances. It was understanding that every single day they were either compounding toward their dreams or compounding away from them. The person living their dream life understood something profound. Your life isn't shaped by the decisions you make when you feel motivated. It's shaped by the decisions you make when you don't feel like it, when it's raining, when you're tired, when no one is watching. Because here's the truth that will either inspire you or terrify you. You're already experiencing the compound effect. The life you're living right now is the result of thousands of small decisions you've made over the past months and years. Your bank account, your relationships, your health, your skills, they're all compound interest statements of your daily choices. But here's the beautiful part. Starting right now, in this very moment, you can begin compounding in a new direction. You don't need to wait for Monday, or next month, or next year. The compound effect is always available, always waiting for you to engage with it. Your future self is watching you right now. What decision will you make in the next hour that they'll thank you for? What small action can you take today that seems insignificant but could change everything? Remember, extraordinary lives aren't built from extraordinary moments, they're built from ordinary moments with extraordinary consistency.
Ow.
Your daily decisions aren't just shaping your tomorrow, they're creating your destiny. Start small. Start today. Start today. Because your future is being built one decision at a time, and the compound effect is waiting to work its magic. The question isn't whether the compound effect will shape your life. The question is, will you direct it consciously or let it happen to you by default? The choice, as always, is yours. And it starts right now. What small decision will you make today? Let me know in the comments below.